Blog Talk Radio.
Discovered one part was wrong.
Uh-oh.
I pulled
how,
up.
how much time do How much time do we got, Tiff? Sorry, Kristen.
Make your life.
Oh. Well, hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight on Close to Death. I'm your host, Selena Roane, and I am with FEAR Paranormal. This is powered by D.T.M. Wicked Radio. I got two of my girlfriends on tonight from Louisiana, and I don't think you'll be able to tell by their accents or anything like that, but I have Michelle Mathis and Kristen Denton from Louisiana Ghost and Generations. What's up, ladies?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing really good. I had to come down South Texas for help on an emergency case, and getting treated like a queen down here, and it was a kind of a hairy case, so I'm a little bit drained, but I'm glad that we could still do the show and that you guys could join me tonight.
Yes, we're excited too.
There you go. There's that accent. I'm so glad that y'all are on. Tell me, Michelle, I'm going to go ahead and start with you. What exactly sparked your paranormal interest or the passion that you have for the paranormal? What was it that, like, everybody's got their why? What was yours?
Well, about 8 of us girls decided to go to the Myrtles Plantation. Went down there and stayed the night, and we had a few things happen to us, and there you go. It got me hooked.
It's kind of like that when something happens. You know, you can be the biggest skeptic and think nothing's going to happen, and you go into a location and you have an occurrence or an experience, and it's like almost, I hate saying this, it's kind of like a drug or something, you know. It's so good, you just got to keep having it, and you got to get more and more and more, and you have withdrawals if you don't get your haunted fix.
It's an adrenaline rush.
Right, it is, you know. It's like some people like jumping out of perfectly good airplanes. We like playing with spirits and learning from them. So, Kristen, what about you? What is your why?
My mom, my whole entire life, I was raised by a single mom. My whole life, she told me ghost stories. And then when I joined LGG, she informs me that she never really believed, that she just told them to me because she thought they were funny. And so I grew up thinking my mom believed. She was always kind of a skeptic. She'll tell you they're not there, but then she'll tell you in the next breath maybe they are. But, yeah, that's how it started out for me. My whole entire life I've always heard ghost stories.
Well, you know, y'all, Michelle, you're the one who actually formed LGG, and it used to be Louisiana Ghost and Girls. And then you had to go ahead and add you a couple of male members. So then you couldn't be called Louisiana Ghost and Girls. So when did you form the team, and how did you go about doing that? Did you already have people picked out, or did you just kind of start from scratch?
Well, the other team members, Sarah Ross, it was me and her that got the team going. We started out, it was May 15th, 2012. I don't know, what was it, 2014. Yeah, I joined. Kristen joined, and then Mr. Bill was added this year.
And y'all just go all over Louisiana, and y'all have even been in a couple of other locations like Mississippi. Y'all went down there for the Paracon last year, which we can't wait. We're going to do a road trip together down to Biloxi.
Can't wait.
Oh, I know. I can't either. We're going to laugh so much. I think we better take some Depends with us because my face hurts when I get around you guys.
Good thing we know how to squat on the side of the road, huh?
Exactly right. You know how to do that. So, you know, when we were there, when I came and I first met you guys, we'd been talking on Facebook for quite a while. Mm-hmm. And back in, I can't even remember, it wasn't that long ago, March, 25th, I think it was. We were May 25th. Okay, we were in Gibbsland, and we were at the Bonnie and Clyde thing, and that was so interesting, just the whole interaction, and we hit it right off.
Yes. we can definitely say we clicked with you. We will always have you on board with us if we can. We had a blast.
Right? I mean, we got to really delve into the Bonnie and Clyde thing, and I mean, because of the connection that I had with my great-great-grandfather, I mean, y'all thought that was really cool. And then I got to actually meet Boots, and I got to meet Buddy Barrow, which is Clyde's nephew, and then I met Ray Lynn, which is Bonnie's niece. And it was like, what? Big old huge family reunion of the gangsters, and I loved it. And us getting to investigate together was really, really cool. We got some really cool stuff in the museum.
Yes, we sure did.
We loved it. That'll be, honestly, I think that's got to be one of our favorite hunts since we started out, honestly.
I mean, just being in that location, you know, in the actual area where they were, at the ambush site when we had the weird thing go on with the dowsing rods where supposedly the spirit was Clyde, and everywhere I went, the dowsing rods followed me. And I'm like, look, you know, I don't want Bonnie up on me. Yeah. I didn't know what the deal was with that. But, you know, you guys serve and do a lot of things. Do you guys, you do residentials and things like that mainly, right? Or do you do commercials and stuff? Big buildings and things.
We done our first local business in our area a few weekends ago. It was actually a hole-in-the-wall bar named the Lazy Gator. And the owner, she's actually asked us to, we can say it out loud, the Lazy Gator is haunted. We have pictures. Okay. She has pictures. She wants us to come back anytime. So we're welcome to come back anytime we have new equipment, anytime we get ready, she's ready.
Wow. Well, that's pretty cool. And, you know, it's nice that you can actually say, because sometimes we can't divulge information about where we do investigations because people do get looked down upon like they're nuts if they have that, and it could tarnish some businesses, and then others thrive on it. So, Michelle, what is your favorite place in Louisiana to go as far as with activity?
I have a few of them, actually. We have one in Bienville Parish. It's Mr. Anderson's house. He loves for us to come out there. He'll actually show his stuff to us. We have actually seen an apparition of him. And we can be joking around and everything, and you can just look at the machine and tell he's laughing with us just by the way it's moving. It's just really cool.
And so the Mr. Anderson, he owned the property, and I guess he was the former owner, and he will pretty much interact with you guys. That's pretty sweet. What about you, Kristen? Where's your favorite? Is that yours too, or do you think there's another location that you kind of dug a little bit more than the others?
I thoroughly love the Lazy Gator. I guess we done it. That was our first hunt together with Sarah back after having the baby and adding Mr. Bill to the team. And it was the four of us together. The energy was right that night, and we sat there and laughed. It was kind of like the night with us and Bonnie and Clyde, to be honest with you. It was the dowsing rods. We done that in Lazy Gator. We got action out of them just like we done at the ambush site. And, yes, I had to thank you for introducing the dowsing rods. I'd never seen that before. So thank you, because we are in love with them. We now have pairs of our own.
Oh, well, good. That's awesome. And they do work well. And especially what's so cool is if you have 2 and 3 pair of dowsing rods, and they're all answering the same. That you can't.
We had 5 pair. We used 5 pair in the Lazy Gator, and we could sit there and ask them, point at Sarah, and all 5 would point straight to Sarah. Then we had them go through every person in that room, and there were 6 of us total: the bar owner, Mr. Bill's son, and then our 4 members of our group. And every name we said, every dowsing rod went to him. And Mr. Bill's son was actually on the opposite side of the bar at one point, and the dowsing rods even pointed to him where he's like 40 feet away from us.
Yeah.
So I'm a believer.
Well, those things, you know, that night when we were at the ambush site and I was trying to move even behind people, It was
Yeah.
like they were opening up and then closing around them to point to me. And I was like, oh, my
Yes.
God, I can't get away. I don't understand. I don't think Clyde came home with me. I thank God for that. He needs to stay there with Bonnie forever. But although I do think they're really cool, I prefer that they stay together, and I don't want her on me. You understand?
we don't need no extra ones at home.
No. You know, and there's another question that I wanted to ask Michelle. Which location did you actually capture some of y'all's best evidence? Have y'all gotten a really killer EVP at a location or picture or something like that?
Actually, it's in Vicksburg, Mississippi, at the Duff Green Mansion.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have an EVP telling us to get out.
And then we asked him if we could go ahead and stay the night because we'd already paid for our room. We couldn't get our money back, and it come out again saying the second time it wasn't as firm, but it was more like a whisper, but it said get out. And the three of us, we just laid there, looked at one another, and we didn't feel threatened. And that's how we are. If we don't, there's no sense in running. What good is that gonna do?
No, it ain't going to do you any good because they can catch up with you real fast. But,
exactly.
You know, the Duff Green Mansion, that is a really sweet place because that is actually where I was asked to do Shadows on 66 with the Klinge brothers, was on my way to Duff Green. Now, I had won a room and a drawing going off while me and Barry and Brad were sitting there just chatting in the lobby right outside those rooms where the couch is.
That lobby gives me an eerie feeling. Well,
there's a reason, because spirits are walking up and down that hallway the whole time. And, you know, I've heard of apparitions. Yeah, apparitions without limbs, things like that. And that place is very crazy. However, I'm kind of bummed because they've rented some of those rooms out, and they're not all available to be, you know, investigated, which kind of sucks because that apartment was really active. I mean, we had so much stuff going off in that thing. But around the time that y'all went to Biloxi, can you tell me a little bit about, because you know the Coon Hospital, is that how you say it? Is it Coon or Coon, or I don't know how you say it. Is it Coon?
We always called it Coon.
Okay.
Yep, Coon.
Okay, Coon Hospital, or Coon, however you say it, that place is where they had recently just found a woman's body. Is that correct?
Yes.
When y'all were there, I know that a lot of dark things have been reported to have been in that place. What did you guys feel when you were at that hospital?
We've been there 3 times.
3 times, yes.
We went, the first time we went was the Paranormal Fest that we went to in October of last year in Vicksburg.
Okay.
We all went out there then, and we got some stuff then that's saying get out. And actually either, I don't remember if it was Kevin or Randy that was with us. You know them.
Oh, yeah.
Then we also got, this last time we went back in April, I'm not going to lie, in April, I mean, we caught a few things, a few orbs or whatever you want to call them, but other than that, we didn't catch much. We didn't get many EVPs. It was dead silence, but it was like you knew better, you know. It was like they were watching you and they had nothing to say this past spring. But last year, they were active.
Well, you know, that's what happens at locations. They sometimes will sit there and watch you make a fool out of yourself. You know,
You're right.
You know, mess with you, just to actually mess with you, and say, you know, all these gadgets, I can set them all off, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna make them sit here and suffer. You know, and then other times they're like, oh hell yeah, nobody's been out here in forever.
Let's play.
You know, and then, and like today, I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's something in the atmosphere. But this week alone, I've gotten 3 pretty nasty cases.
Oh, my goodness.
And I don't understand exactly where or why. But I was going to I have this little section of questions that I usually get your thoughts on, and that's what I call it. And because of the cases that I've